It's 1:47 in the morning and you fed your baby, changed the diaper, rocked them, sang the same lullaby 17 times. You finally lay them down, and 30 seconds later, they're awake again. If you've ever sat in the dark wondering, why won't my baby sleep? You're not alone. But here's something surprising. The biggest reason many babies struggle to sleep isn't hunger, a dirty diaper, or even a bad sleep schedule. Sometimes it's their rapidly developing brain. And once you understand what's happening inside that little head, bedtime can start to make a lot more sense. When we think about sleep, we usually think about rest. But for babies, sleep is deeply connected to learning. According to researchers at the Harvard Center on the Developing Child, the first years of life are a period of extraordinary brain growth. Millions of neural connections are being built through everyday experiences. Think of your baby's brain like a construction site. Every smile, sound, movement, face, and new experience adds another brick to that structure. Now imagine trying to fall asleep while construction workers are still busy organizing everything they built that day. That's often what a baby's brain is doing. Developmental psychologist Jean Piaget observed that babies learn by actively exploring their world. When they learn something new, like rolling over, crawling, standing, or speaking, the brain becomes especially active. Sleep can temporarily become more difficult because the brain is busy processing, practicing, and storing those new skills. In other words, your baby may not be fighting sleep. Their brain may simply be working overtime. Let's look at what this might look like in real life. Imagine a 4-month-old who suddenly starts waking every 2 hours. Nothing seems wrong. They're fed, comfortable, and healthy. But recently they've become fascinated by faces, lights, sounds, and movement. Their brain is taking in more information than ever before. Sometimes those exciting developmental changes show up as disrupted sleep. Now picture an 8-month-old who just learned to crawl. You put them into the crib. Instead of sleeping, they immediately roll over, get on their hands and knees, and start rocking back and forth. You gently lay them down. 30 seconds later, they're practicing again. Many parents laugh because it feels like their baby has chosen bedtime as training time. The truth is, their brain is so excited about this new skill that it keeps wanting to rehearse it. Then there's the toddler. Maybe your 2-year-old spent the afternoon at the park, learned a few new words, met other children, and experienced dozens of new emotions. By bedtime, you'd expect them to be exhausted. Instead, they suddenly seem full of energy. It's almost like someone secretly gave them coffee. Parents know exactly what I'm talking about, but often that burst of energy is actually a sign that their brain is still processing a very busy day. So what can you do when brain development seems to be interfering with sleep? First, create a predictable bedtime routine. The brain loves patterns. When your baby experiences the same sequence each night, bath, pajamas, story, cuddle, the brain begins recognizing that sleep is coming. Second, include a calm transition period before bed. Dim lights, quiet play, and gentle interactions help slow down a busy nervous system. Think of it as giving your baby's brain time to switch gears. Third, pay attention to developmental leaps. If your baby is learning a major skill like rolling, crawling, walking, or talking, expect temporary changes in sleep. Knowing this can help you respond with patience instead of worry. Fourth, focus on connection. Research inspired by attachment theory shows that babies feel safest when caregivers respond consistently and warmly. A calm, reassuring presence helps regulate a baby's nervous system. And finally, protect daytime opportunities for movement and exploration. The more chances your baby has to practice new skills during the day, the less likely their brain will feel the need to rehearse them all night long. So if your baby won't sleep, remember this. it doesn't automatically mean something is wrong. And it definitely doesn't mean you're failing as a parent. Sometimes sleepless nights are simply a sign of a busy brain doing exactly what it's supposed to do, growing, learning, and building the foundation for future skills. Of course, if sleep difficulties are severe, persistent, or accompanied by feeding problems, breathing concerns, or signs of illness, always speak with your pediatrician. But for many families, understanding the science behind sleep can make those challenging nights feel a little less mysterious. I'd love to hear from you. What sleep challenge is your baby going through right now? Leave a comment below, and let's learn together. And if you enjoy understanding the psychology behind your baby's behavior, follow the Baby Mind Coach for more science-backed insights into your child's amazing developing mind. You're doing an incredible job even on the sleepless nights.